Hello friends, and today I am here to discuss about SAT, a very predominant exam that you can give for university applications in your area as well as abroad. It is an exam that is used for testing the skills of the student all over the world. So a very major portion, or rather should I say a altogether different examination for English is there for SAT. So you should have good writing skills as well as a great vocabulary to ace this exam. And I'll be guiding you through this process of increasing your vocabulary and polishing your writing skills for the SAT examination. So first, we'll talk about the plain grammar. The grammar which really bores you. Your eyes seem to go, your heart seems to go to sleep whenever you read the words like noun describes a subject, a noun describes an object, tells us about the objects, etc., etc. You don't want to hear these words. You want to have a grammar that is a bit more interesting and fascinating. So I'll bring grammar in a way that also makes me and you not at all go to sleep. So first we'll be talking about the very integral part of the grammar, that is the subject and the predicate. Every sentence is composed of two parts, subject and predicate. Subject is something or someone, and predicate is a comment about this something or someone. So you can have a very simple sentence. For example, Hari and Ram are going to the park. So Hari and Ram are going to be the subject, this something or the someone, in this case the someone, are going to the park is going to be the predicate. Why is this the predicate? Because we are telling something about Hari and Ram. Also you can say another sentence, for example, the witch is looking over the horizon. So the witch here is the subject and over the horizon is the predicate. Why? Because we are talking about that someone, which is the witch, and looking over the horizon. That is giving a comment on the witch. Hence it's going to be the predicate. Not only about the someone, you can also have a something in your subject. For example, the ball was tossed across the wall. So the ball here is going to be the subject, and tossed across the wall is going to be the predicate. So now here you might have a very simple question as to why the wall wasn't taken as the subject, because it's also a noun. Now you might think in that way also. But in this sentence we are talking about the ball, and we are describing or action that is done by the ball and commenting on the nature of the ball. It's being tossed across the wall. So the ball is being tossed across the wall. We are not giving any specific description about the wall, hence it will come in predicate. Also, a very simple thing that you might have inferred till now is what are simple subjects. That means for an example that I've already given you, the witch looked over the horizon. Here only one person is being talked about, only one someone is being talked about, and that is a witch. So witch naturally becomes our subject. That is a simple subject. Okay. So now you can also have some complex subjects like the witch and the wizard were looking across the wall. So here are two subjects, the witch and the wizard, and that makes these two together a complex subject. Now we'll be talking about a simple predicate, that is only one verb is being associated in that predicate and only one action is being done. Very simple. For example, she ate food. She ate food. She is going to be your subject and ate food is going to be your predicate. She is just doing one simple task, that is of eating food, just one task. Now I might say that there is another person who is doing two tasks at a time, and that two comments can be inferred from the same sentence or the same statement. Now I'll say that it's going to be a complex predicate. For example, she ate and slept. So she is doing two things at a given time. She is eating as well as sleeping. So this is going to make a complex predicate. Now, there is this one simple thing that might have, gotten into your curiosities and might have intrigued you as to why am I using an second or third noun along with my verb in my predicate. So for example, the first one I'll say, which was looking over the horizon. Why wasn't the horizon, which is also a noun, taken into account while determining our subject and our predicate? Why is the horizon present in our sentence? So example, just leave the horizon from our sentence which was looking over the horizon. Now we'll skip the part the horizon from the sentence, and now we'll just see the which was looking over. That doesn't make a sense. You might ask the question, over what? Over why? Over what? Predominantly, if you've got some senses, that's of course, predefined when you're trying and learning for SAT. So what was she looking over? This is the sentence that, this is the question that might come into your mind when I just give you the sentence, the which was looking over. You might ask, the which was looking over what? Was it a tree? Was it, a wall, or maybe any other object? That's why I gave you the object. She was looking over the horizon. So the horizon, this completes our predicate. The noun horizon completes our predicate, because without the horizon you'll be intrigued, your curiosity will be intrigued, and you can ask a question as to what was being looked over. Also, I'll give you a very normal example, another one, which wants. Now you might think, what does which want? What does it want? You don't know. And so as to complete the sentence, you need another extensive noun, I should say. So the which might want some extra money. The which might want the which might want a wizard. The which might want anything. So this is completing our sentence. The wizard, the money, or anything is going to complete your sentence. You just cannot leave it at which wants. That's a wrong thing to do. So now you might have inferred already is that the predicate, first of all, it tells you what the subject or the someone or something is doing, comments upon that someone or something, and let the verb tell its story, and also it helps us to calm our curiosity by telling us exactly what is being done. Now another thing that comes into account when we are seeing all of these things is that how is that external thing, that object, being affected when we are talking about our sentence. For example, let's take a very normal example. She hit his nose. So this is a very direct object. Why? Direct objects are like punching bags. You'll punch them and the effect will directly be seen. So she hit his nose. The effect is going to be seen on his nose directly, at that time, at the particular moment, as soon as you use this sentence. So these are called as direct objects. You can have a lot of other examples, and the direct objects are being underlined from the black marker. Now going on to the indirect objects, which also satisfy your curiosity and answer the question why in many cases. I'll take another repeated example which I've already given you. That is, the ball was tossed over the wall. The ball was tossed over the wall. So if I might leave this sentence here and now, the ball was tossed over. Now you might think, over what? So it was tossed over the wall. So the wall here becomes your indirect object. Also, one thing that you might take into account right now is that over, this is a preposition. You might be knowing a bit about prepositions. I'll be covering prepositions and other parts of grammar in my following videos. But if you know a bit about prepositions, that's going to be a very, very great. So prepositions, in this case, over is a preposition. And I like to give a very added information, a very bonus point here. That is, over is used only and when the object is in motion, not when the object is still. That is, a more accurate way of using over. That is when a verb is being done and over is being used. Tossed over, looked over, something like that. Okay, so we were on the topic of indirect objects. So indirect objects will satisfy your curiosity. Also, there is this one small question that you can also ask, this one small sentence actually, as to she went away. So now she went away. What do you think? Is it a complete sentence? Is it an incomplete sentence? Does it need an object?